Thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you fell a lot, and with your boy Stories with V. At this time, mob, y'all know what I need y'all to do for us. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. If you're new to the platform, welcome. Y'all know the motto by now, man. Kick back, relax. I got the rest of the show. AV mob, let's get them, let's go. What's up, mob? We back at them again, man. Kicking it off from the top. Crime Story Time, episode 22. Let's dive into it, man. You already know the motto and the procedures, man. If you rocking with this platform at this time, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop us a comment, share the platform to somebody you rock with. Let's dive into it. This week in a wild situation right here is when people ask to be in a position and then they strive their whole life to get to the pinnacle or to that said position, and then when they get there, it's more than what they asked for. So now, we got the young dude growing up around the way always, of course. So now, mind you, when you growing up in the urban community, bro, when you growing up around the way, around the hood, whatever you want to call it, you are faced with trials and tribulations each and every day. Not even the ones that you personally got on yourself. Meaning, let's say you're a little dude around the way that like to play basketball. You might be wanting to chase your basketball dream, but when you go outside, you got people, not everybody, you going to have some that's going to support you, but you going to have other people who might have had a hoop dream that ain't go good, or they just don't want to see you shine in something that ain't negative. You feel what I'm saying? So now you'll have the influences outside, man. You, man, what you trying to be a hooper, man? Shorty, you ain't even got it up. Man, niggas knew you wasn't built for the streets, so forth and so on. So now you gotta draw the conclusion in your mind, like, man, I gotta live around here. This is my neighborhood. I'm gonna be around here for possibly the rest of my life. So I don't want to have a hard time in the neighborhood that I'm growing up in. So now you starting slowly but surely push the basketball to the side to take on this street narrative or to take on this street image, because you want to be comfortable in your circumstances. You want to be comfortable in your environment. So now you genuinely wanted to play basketball, but I can't focus on that because every time I come outside, I got these niggas out here talking about I'm a chump because I want to hoop. So now I got to focus on standing up to them, getting them out of my face so I can do what I genuinely want to do, which is play basketball. So again, each and every day you facing trials and tribulations that are beyond your reason. They out of your hands. So now Shorty coming up around the way for real. He jump out the porch. He start hitting the packs. Of course, he going through the ranks, corner boys, so forth and so on. So now, though, he started to take on the aspirations of, man, I just want to be the boss, bro. I don't want to be nothing but the king, man. I just want to be the big man on the block. I'm tired of having to go and call somebody else to grab an 8-ball, grab a quarter, grab a half, so forth and so on. I want to be the one that people call. I want to be the one that's dumping off the work. So he started to study the big man around the block during this time. Like I tell you, everything got a chain of command and everything got a protocol. So what he does is, and it was kind of smart when you kind of look back on it, what he does is he say, I'm going to try to get as closest to the big man as possible. So now he started to try to become the top worker, and he does become the top worker. Anything that the boss man needed done, Shorty was the first one on deck. His hand went up and it didn't go down. So now he on the tip to where as though he graduates from the top hustler to the top muscle. So now they put him through the ranks as far as, listen, we going to put you with the wolves over here. They going to teach you how to protect yourself. And more importantly, they going to teach you how to protect everybody. They going to teach you how to protect the block. So now they put him with the muscle get right crew. They taking him through the ranks. They ends up getting him sharp. So now once he gets sharp, he come back to the, let's just say, the field. He the boss now. He overseeing the whole block. But not only is he overseeing it to the point to where as though like he got people assigned to different positions. No, he overseeing the block, and he got two of them motherfuckers on his hip. And if anybody come around there, he not looking at nobody else to blow that motherfucker. He letting it go himself. So now, situation end up popping off for real. One of his workers get into it with a sale around the way. Now, when I say a sale, I'm not talking about an addict. I'm talking about somebody that's copping work to go back around their way and, distribute. So now, when they getting into the argument, the Lord, one of his worker ain't a stand-up guy. He not really built for the argument. So now the sale that he arguing with, I guess shit get a little hostile, words get a little too serious. The sale smack fire out on. Boom, bitch, who the fuck you talking to? Give me my fucking money back. So now, once everything come out, what was going on was one of his workers tried to pull some old slick shit and he re-rocked the work. So instead of giving them the good product, he ends up giving them some water whip shit. The little sale dude who copping the work, he take it back to hit his sale. Probably like an hour later, the sale called back talking about, man, what the fuck did you sell me, man? This shit ain't even real. Now Shorty pulled back around the block. He want his money back because one, you didn't just burnt me. 2, you already cost me a big fucking sale. 3, give me my motherfucking money back, man. You done lost your mind playing with me, shorty. So now he smack fire out on him. He get to doing them dirty in the middle of the street. I'm talking about he flexing. So now, of course, shorty being the muscle and him being the boss of the block, he run right there. He straight whip out, man, you done lost your fucking mind, man. Back the fuck up. Whole time, so, all right, man, yo, it ain't gotta go like that. It ain't gotta go like that, man. Yo, burnt me, man. Yo, burnt me, man. I'm a man. So shorty trying to explain himself. Whole time, big bro not trying to hear none of that. He just get to going straight in his mouth with the joint. Boom, boom, boom. He falls to the ground. He work him out, man. Bitch, roll the fuck out. And you better not come the fuck back around here. So now, you already know how that's going to go. If shorty anything like the person that he just was demonstrating when he was smacking fire out the little dude, you already know he coming back. Whole time shorty get himself together, he takes off, go back around his way. He tell all his men, you already know what time it is. Now it's war, it's on. But the wicked and wild part is big bro don't really got too many soldiers around his way. As you can see, the little dude just got flipped. So now, you know it's on for real, shorty. It ends up getting into some brutal activity. Let's just say, in the midst of this going on, 6 people ends up losing their lives. So now, though, one of the guys that's working for Big Bro, let's just say he the general, let's just say he the lieutenant, he one of the guys that, he the one that's collecting all the money, he bring the money back to the big man, and when the big man ready to give out all the packs, he give it to him, he the one that go dish the shit out. Now the little dude that then got flexed out with the joint, when he go back around this way, his homeboys looking at it like, shit, man, we gonna knock them niggas off, but not only is we gonna do that, we gonna take over that whole motherfucking block. Now they start to put the plan together. Listen, first thing we gonna do, we gonna trunk his little lieutenant dude. They ends up catching him lagging one night. They throw him in the trunk. Now when they trunk him, they make him jump on the phone, call Big Bro to pay the ransom. Whole time, of course, bro looking at it like, man, that's one of my soldiers. We got the money. Fucking pay that shit. They ends up paying the ransom. Now they let the little dude slide, but of course they work him over. I'm talking about, man, they beat shorty for probably like 6-7 minutes straight before they ends up letting them go, but they ends up getting the money. Not even a week later, somehow, some way, that same dude that was in the trunk that the ransom got paid for, he ends up passing away. So now it's war. But a week later after that, the dudes who ended up getting flexed, that cracked, that ended up throwing shorty in the trunk, one of their soldiers ended up getting cracked too. So that's 2 people gone already. So now, during this time, the tension is on. 4 more people end up passing. So that's 6 people gone in total. Once it get to this point, a lot of dudes that's rocking with Big Bro, they looking at this shit like, man, I don't really want to do this no more, bro. Too many people that's around me, I'm starting to lose them. And I value my life. I'm not trying to be out here over some petty ass shit that bro was really in the wrong for. And this when that loyalty started to get tested, because in the beginning I'm rocking with you right, wrong, or indifference. Now, once motherfuckers start, that hot shit start to fly, you start to hear that, well, I mean, he really was wrong. He should have never did that to him. I mean, if he would have never burned him, he would have never came back. We would have never been in this situation. So now, if you really, that is an honest point, but it's no time for honesty when it's wartime. We done lost too many soldiers. We got to keep fighting. So now, though, Big Bro like, all right, man, fuck that shit. I'm ready to duck off for a little bit, let the heat die down. He ends up, tucking off him and his little pair of soft legs. But what he don't know is he got some disloyal people in his crew. And mind you, he supposed to be a gangster and he the big dog at this time. Whole time, the little opposition dudes, they got a little mole in the club, somebody that's on Big Bro side, but whole time he leaking information. The dude that's on Big Bro side, he ends up leaking information to the opposition where Big Bro is really laying his head at. Now, mind you, it's one thing to have different little spots, little duck offs, but he gives shorty the real address, like the spot that him and his broad ready go to duck off and get away from everything. Whole time you already know what happened. Little dudes get the addy, they put their plan in motion, they ends up blitzing the door. They knock the motherfucking door out the hinges, they rush in there. When they rush in there, Big Bro and his broad laying on the couch for real. Bro jump up and he got a Mac under the pillow. He go to grab a Mac. One of the little dudes already see what's going on. They just start firing in the whole living room. Bang, 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 bang. They hit him twice. One in the arm, one in the shoulder. They ends up hitting the girl twice, 2 times in the chest. When the dude hear her scream, he gets so shocked, he spin around, they take off running. But before they run, it's one of the dudes that's with him, he got a clear head, or he just one of them type dudes that don't care. He like, man, fuck that, I ain't going nowhere till I get what the fuck we came here to get. He comes back in the house. He hit Big Bro 2 more times. Boom, boom. Whole time he start ransacking the house. He gets some money, some product, and whatever he take up out of there, they gets up out of there. But whole time the broad end up passing away. Now when the broad passed away, both of them down the hospital. Shorty was in a coma for probably like 2-3 days. He ends up shaking out the coma. He wake up, homicide right there. They asking him what happened. Now this is where the option come in at. You could either one, tell them people what really happened, or two, you can say you don't know and handle that shit in the street. Drop in the comments what y'all think he did. Y'all already know he ended up folding, man. He tell homicide who did it, what happened, where the little dudes be hanging at, so forth and so on. Time out start to do their surveillance and their investigation. They ends up locking up 2 little dudes from the other side of town. And they get the weapon that was used for the situation that happened with the broad in the apartment. So whole time they knocks both of them off for real. They ends up getting life. They doing a little bit. Shorty come up, Big Bro, he get released for real. Once he get discharged from the hospital, he come uptown. Not even 30 days later, he ends up getting his head knocked off. All for him wanting to be involved in the gang, and his whole dream, his whole aspirations from the very first pill he sold was, I want to be the plug. I want to be the big man. I want to be the boss. In the moment that you become the boss and you see everything that come with being the boss, you break the #1 rule and you break the biggest rule of the game. That's why I tell y'all, man, don't get involved in the streets. It ain't worth it. Wicked and wild what situations. With that being said, Mob, thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you fell a lot with your boy, Stories with V. At this time, one more time for me, Mob. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We'll be at 100K in no time from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all know the motto. Big Crime Story Time. Let's get it. Hit that highway. Let's go.